Welcome to how to make wooden models, but first a little advertising for my store and some of the objects that you'll find in the store. I would highly recommend you use hardwood and the least expensive that you can find. It's much easier to work with, it's a little more expensive, and you might have to go to a specialty store to get it like I do. Please push the like and the subscribe button. It's very helpful when it comes to YouTube ratings. The most important thing is plan ahead. Make a drawing, get specifications online, have an idea what you need for supplies, and then go ahead and make your model. It's a rather inexpensive hobby. It's nice to have a bandsaw, it's nice to have a router, a sander, definitely a table saw. If you don't have these things, you can use regular tools. It takes a little bit longer, but that's how I started. The first one we made was the Jeep Gladiator truck. That's the new truck they just came out with. Unfortunately, they have all the specs right there on the Jeep website, so it made it a lot easier to build it and build it to scale. 1/25 is the scale. This is a video of the website of Woodworkers Source on Palo Verde in Tucson, where I buy my lumber. Very nice people. Prices are reasonable. You buy it by the board foot. I can usually get about 2 models out of a board foot. Unless I build a 18-wheeler, then that takes up almost all of a whole board foot. So stay with the least expensive, your light oak or your poplar, and you can keep the cost of building it quite reasonable. Remember, measure twice, cut once, and you won't throw away as much wood as I have. I want to remind you to please push the like button and the subscribe button. It's really very helpful. I'll bet you there's close to $1 million worth of wood here from all over the world. Some of this stuff is very expensive. Well, here I am back home, getting ready to start on my first project. Please note, always wear safety glasses, and if there's a lot of noise, earplugs. Here I am gluing together tomorrow's project. When you do glue hardwood, give it a good 12-14 hours before you sand it, or you'll clog up your sander. And believe me, that can be expensive because you need a new sanding disc. I forgot to record a whole section of cutting out the outline of the car. So I'll just kind of explain it to you as I go along. Remember, keep everything square and plumb, and make sure your equipment is set up as accurately as possible. It makes it much easier down the road. Here I am cleaning out the actual holes because they have paint in them. Now you'll notice I've gone pretty far without having video. That's my fault. I forgot to turn it on. But the fender flares are made of popsicle sticks, and this is for a tongue depressor. And the front was cut out with a Dremel, and I'm trying to keep it as realistic as possible, where all the fenders and the flares are black, and there will be a tire on the back here, and I've got to put windows on this, which will be silver paint, and I have to tape it all off to do it, and then I can put my wheels on and I'll be home free. Now I've got this all taped up so I can spray the top flat black. I don't think it's going to look very good with the green, but we'll see. The better the job you do taping, the less touch-up you have to do later on. Doing all the windows and the top and making sure that you very carefully tape it off. Pull the tape off immediately. You should have a pretty good paint job. I wish they'd all come off this easy and look as good. We will now proceed to the next section, which is making the wheels. It all starts off by buying a 1 1/4 inch popular dowel at Ace Hardware. They come in 5-foot lengths, 4-foot lengths, and then I set up a jig like this here, and I run it through and come out with this right here, but no hole. So I made a jig over here, as you can see, and my drill press, I make the hole. Very hard to get it lined up. A special safety note here: the wheel is attached to the hand drill. When I'm sanding them down, I'm not holding them with my fingers. And then I put it on my drill, and I made a little jig here, as you can see, with my chisel, and I run it through here, and it ends up making a little. Then I proceed to spray them with flat black, and they come out pretty good. Now we're ready to put the wheels on and the spare tire, and they should be all set to go online. Now if you look very closely, you'll see washers and cotter pins to hold the wheels out so they don't wobble left and right, because the body here is tapered where it is not tapered here. And also, if the wheels should stick, a little bit of glue might get in there. Just turn them hard, and they'll free up. Now, I'm going to give you another reminder. You notice that there's a washer on the front wheel. Put it in, put another washer on the other side. Then put glue on your wheel. You'll be all set. And of course, don't forget the cotter pins. Here's the final product. Few days, a little bit of paint, a lot of patience, and hardwood. And that's what you get. I'm going on, the next project's going to be a truck. We'll see how that goes. In the meantime, please subscribe and press the like button. And down below in the comment section will be the directions to get to my website store if you're interested in purchasing any of these items. Have a good day.